Hello and welcome back to Always the Boy. Now then, today I've got a little electric hedge trimmer which someone brought into me, and what they did, they cut through their own cord and it won't work. So hopefully it's just going to be a simple job of just cutting the cord and rewiring it. So let's go and have a look. Okay, we'll start off, I'll show you. Basically, all it is, you can see where they've literally cut right through that. So hopefully they haven't done anything to the motor. I will check the fuse as well, but what I'm going to do first is I'm going to take all this casing off here, because it's such a short end of it. I could just take all this off and rewire it. So we'll get on this. I've already undone some of the screws, so I didn't have to show you all of them. Just make sure they're all done. Just take this case off a bit. Hopefully that's all it is. It's going to be a case of rewiring. Take this off slowly. Don't want nothing to spring out. That's it. Got to be gentle with it, just in case. Well, even look at the inside. Look, how do you get bits of conifer? Let's be careful with that, because I don't want to lose that bit off there. Bit of conifer inside here when it is supposed to be tight. Oh, I can see why. There's some air grooves just inside there. So all I'm going to do is, well, that's going to be a simple case. Take this out there, take this bit out, I should say, this bit there, take all this wiring out from here. Got to be careful that I don't lose this spring which is there, because all I really want is this, unscrew this bit here and then rewire, and that is it. I'm not going to take it no further than that. Just undo those two screws, take these wires out and redo it. Right, okay. It does need a lot of untightening. Okay. And just literally simply just pull these out. Pull that out if I can. Hopefully this should just pull out, and that's done. And all I will do is, well, that broke, so, and I'll just push that straight back onto there now, so then I know that is on. Get yourself another longer piece of cord. Alright, so all I do is then is strip these wires back to what the other length is, so I know where to roughly cut. Just measure those up to there, so I roughly want it there, but I am going to take it off just a little bit more, just to give myself just a little bit more. Just gently score that. Now I've got some wire pinchers here. does make life a lot easier. There we go. That comes off there. So what I do now is just get the just trim that off without going through to the wires. And then do the same with these. And then just twist them. Just make sure that these are roughly the same length, but they are a little bit longer. So I'll just trim off just a little bit more. Just a touch. I had these tools from years ago when I used to do CCTV and alarm systems. What I am going to do, I could just literally put those back into there, but as you saw these ones, they have metal bits on there to stop them from breaking as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my soldering iron out, and I'm just going to tin these so they're nice and solid, because when I screw them down it's not going to ruin the copper wire. So what I'm going to do first is just dip that into some flux. Don't need too much, it's just enough. It helps the solder connect to it proper, and then just simple gets it. So it gets them, and then just slightly. So you'd have to do. You don't need a lot, and all that is it's just called tinning, and it just makes the ends of it. Look, it's done already. And that's it, it's done. Alright, so we measure these up again. Now I don't need to have all this amount of copper on there, so I'm just going to literally just cut there. And that's basically it. Right, okay. We'll just push these out. Remember the blues on the left of the browns. Now on the other one as well, this wire was over there and it was twisted. That's to help stop it pulling out as well. So I've pulled this out of here just so that I can get the wires through. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to bend them up just so that I can pick them. So fold them through. Then I can lift them. Let's get a little screwdriver just to help them out. Quite fiddly, really. I don't really often get these electric ones in. I don't really do electric ones. But this fella who he brought it, he can't get anyone else really that wants to do electric ones locally, and he's a nice fella, and he's a Paralympic. He does fencing. I don't know if he still does it, but he was in the one of the Olympics. So we just push that into there. Get it right through. Hold it in. Has it gone in? Yes it has, yeah. just tighten it down. Same with that one. Make sure it's in, which it's not. Hold it in there and then twist it. Hope you're getting all this on camera. And then just give it a tug and see if it comes out. Nothing's there. And just push that back on. And that's it. Now we're... Right, okay, I've got that blade back in. Now it's getting these parts back in as well. Make sure you get me in the right spots. This bit here has to go on there, because that does, because when that pushes into there, that sets that clip off. So I need to put something under there just to hold that in. Just use my drill. Oh, it's going to be quite fiddly, this, I think. And also, just bring this forward a bit more, because you can't see what I'm doing. It's better. Just bringing this bit here. Now that there. Oops. Needs to be forced into there like that. Just push that in. So that's got that. And then bring this forward as well. Which will hold that into place. Like that. Okay, that's that bit done. Now this blade's come out again. Well, I'm going to make myself a little area so I can hold this up properly. Alright, okay, hopefully now that is all back together. It's in straight, just checking all these. That's in there, okay, and now is to try and fit this. I'll tell you what I do have to do. Yeah, so I forgot about that bit, because this bit had a bit of a cord bit there, just so that so it doesn't pull it out. Let's go that way with it. That there sits like that, so it doesn't pull on it. And we try and get this together. Hopefully I can get it in one piece. I probably could have done that bit afterwards, but I think I will. I'm going to do that afterwards. Let's get this back on first. Make it a little bit easier. It's more fiddly than I expected, really. That's it. Well, I'm going to get a couple of these screws in first at the top here, just to hold this front bit in. Hopefully you can see that one there. Yes, you can. Just a little bit. And that one. Right, okay. That's got most of that in. So now we'll get this in. like that. That's it. Right, I'm going to get the hand screwdriver now just to finish these off, making sure that is shut all the way through. It's not quite shut there. It will do when I get the screwdriver on it. Let's make sure you're getting this in, yeah, in the footage. Okay. Right, I've just realised something as well. I've just found this little bit, so I've got to take the whole thing off again. Yep, even I can make mistakes. As you can see in this little grommet here, I seem to have forgotten that. I didn't even notice that come out. All that basically is just pushing it into there. That's it. Right, I'm going to put this back together again and get back to you. Right, well, what come out of this was a 5 amp fuse, which is quite good actually, because if you do cut through things like that, it will just fuse. So putting a brand new one in, and it just simply clips in really. Right, we'll plug that in and see if it works. Alright, cubs, that's the safety button, hands. Just goes to show that the 5 amp fuse done its job, which was very good, and stopped anyone getting an electric shock and stopped it from burning out the motor. So that's that fix done. So a fiddly but a simple little quick fix, just simple case of rewiring and putting a new fuse in, and that's all that was to fix that one. So customer should be happy with that one. Anyway, that's all that is there from this one. If you enjoyed it, please give us a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and don't forget that little notification bell down the bottom in grey, and then you will see any more future videos from me. So that's it from this one. Until next time, cheerio.